Hi guys, in this episode of Rate Decay, I am really excited to be checking out the official debut of 80s' little brothers group, XIKERS, with their title track, Tricky House. Now, I only recently, literally less than a week ago, I checked out their pre-debut stuff, mainly and only pretty much the song Geek, and it was honestly kind of better than I even could have hoped that it was going to be. I've been listening to it so much ever since checking it out, and it's really, really good. And I'm really curious to see what they're actually gonna be debuting with, because if you look at 80s' pre-debut song, I think the name of that song was From. Um, you can still see some of like that 80s inspired sound, like what ends up inspiring their sound later on, but it's still kind of different. So I'm kind of curious to see in what direction they're going to go with their sound. Is it going to be remotely similar to 80s? Is it going to be like more childish? Is it going to be more dark? Is it going to be more mature? Is it going to be more young, youthful? I don't know, and I'm really, really curious to finally find out. And obviously, I'm gonna be checking out the album soon as well, although not in this particular video. So if you want to see that, subscribe to the channel and stick around for it, I guess. But yeah, hopefully I'm gonna enjoy this one a lot, because it's definitely gonna shape my excitement for the album. So without further ado, let's get into the song and see how I'm gonna feel about it in 3, 2, 1. Hey, now you have XIKERS on that as well. I love the idea of the logo, because they can keep adding on the little pieces of it, like the more artists that they get. That is so creative and fun. Very different from what I thought it was gonna be. I kinda dig it though. Okay, that's an interesting sound. What? Okay. That's interesting. I don't know what I really expected that they were gonna debut with, but definitely wasn't this. It's definitely a distinct sound from 80s though, I'll give it that. although they also are able to kill it with the anthem feel. This is so weird and so unique. Okay. I'm still kind of not sure how I feel about it. Okay. So where do I start? I definitely am happy that the sound that they've gone with is distinct from 80s, because that's one of the things that I was kind of worried about, whether they were gonna manage to like stand out from 80s but still be as impactful and as iconic as their brother group, because we've gotten quite a few like sibling groups to some of the most iconic third generation groups like Monster X and Gravity and BTS and TXT. And in the case of like TXT, I do think they managed to like find out their own identity that was distinct from BTS, but I don't think they managed to do that with their debut song. I think it took them like 2 or 3 songs before they managed, at least in my opinion. Kind of similarly with Gravity, I feel like they were too far from what Monster X was, to the point where it doesn't feel like it's coming from the same company in a way. But in the case of this group, I feel like it's kind of the perfect execution of that. It feels distinct, audially distinct from 80s, but it still feels like it's coming from KQ Entertainment, if that makes any sense. It still feels like it has the same kind of energy and the same kind of vibe, but it's also like very distinct, because I feel like the beat of this song is a little bit more, I don't know what word it would be good to describe, but it's a little bit more out there compared to 80s tracks. It wouldn't feel out of place in an 80s song, because like it reminds me of a little bit of The Real, or of what was that one song by 80s? Oh my god, I'm blanking on it. God damn it, what album was it from? There was this really cool song. I can't remember it, but there's definitely a precedent for this kind of music in 80s discography. It's not often that we get stuff like that, but it is a thing. And it makes sense that this has this kind of vibe, because this song, as well as most of the album, was worked on by Honjong from 80s, which is why it has that vibe that it has. But I also did not expect it to be like as quirky and as like campy and over the top as it was. Like, that kind of came out of nowhere, and I kind of dig it. I feel like it kind of fits with their identity. Like, I'm not exactly sure what the title, their name means, like XIKERS. The way I see it, it's supposed to mean like psych, like that word which you use whenever you manage to like confuse someone or juke them. And it kind of makes sense, like it fits with, that's why I think like it kind of portrays them as this mischievous youth. And I feel like that kind of like vibe that this song has fits very much with that mischievous youth concept. I feel like they're kind of going for. And yeah, it's honestly really, really entertaining. I really like it. I'm not 100% sold on the song itself, but I like the concept, and I feel like they definitely piqued my interest. So we're definitely going to be checking it out a second time, if nothing else. So without further ado, let's get into it in 3, 2, 1. And also this song feels a little bit, once again, like that kind of style that I cannot really describe in any other way other than futuristic K-pop, where once in a while I'll get a K-pop song which feels like it's pushing the envelope and it sounds like what I think K-pop is gonna sound like a couple of years from now, you know? It really feels like this is gonna push the envelope of K-pop. I love the beat, man. I really wish there was more to the chorus, like there was more of like singing or rapping instead of just an instrumental. That's kind of the weakest part of the song for me. But other than that, it's really fun and really entertaining. That's just creepy. Certain parts of the song sound really, really good. I really like certain parts of these songs. I feel like it's probably gonna grow on me as a cohesive piece after a while, but right now it's a little bit of a mess. But I like it. It's a good mess. It's a good kind of mess. You know, this reminds me a little bit of the sound that Tribe has. Like, it has a little bit of that tribal sound to it. Honestly, even if that was the actual chorus instead of the stupid instrumental that we have, I would have liked it that much more. Because like the chorus, when you hear it the first two times, it's just so boring. So even if we had that shotty shotty ya ya ya, it would just make it that much more entertaining. Because that's definitely the weakest part of the song for me, for sure. But I definitely like it. It's obviously not possible for me to really like say how I feel about this group based on like one song, like based on their debut. I definitely will need at least a comeback to be able to decide, am I a fan or am I not gonna be a fan? I like giving two chances, you know, but I honestly don't really feel like I need it with this group. I'll tell you that as well, because I really like this. I feel like it kind of managed to end up being exactly what I thought it was gonna be, like close enough to 80s to where I can come in as an 80s fan into this group, but also different enough to where I can also like this group for who they are and not just because they're 80s' brother group, you know? And I just feel like this is a better execution of debuting as the brother group, you know? Because there was last year, I think, Everglow's brother group Tempest debuted, and I was really excited about that debut because I was like thinking about how good they are going to be, considering how good Everglow are in terms of their title tracks and in terms of their B-sides especially. And then Tempest debuted, and they're fine. I like them, but they're not like my favorite group or anything. They're just enjoyable. They're just not as impactful as Everglow. Whereas XIKERS or XIKERS, I keep saying XIKERS when it's XIKERS, I think they hit the ground running. I think they managed to like kind of blow me away a little bit. They kind of give me a similar vibe to Stray Kids' debut, which is really kind of weird because in my mind, for whatever reason, 80s has always felt kind of reminiscent of BTS in terms of like their I don't know, general vibe and general aura as a group. They've kind of felt not dissimilar to BTS. And I think already when I reacted to XIKERS' pre-debut song, Geek, I already kind of noted that they remind me of Stray Kids a lot. But I definitely feel like with this song in a way. Because similarly to Stray Kids' debut, there's a prominent vehicle for transportation that is kind of the core set for the music video. In the case of Stray Kids, it was a bus. In the case of XIKERS, it's a metro car, and it just has the same kind of like, yeah, we're here to wreck shit up and set the new standard kind of vibe, and I really, really like it. But it's not like they're copying the sound of Stray Kids or anything. It's a very different sound. I'm just talking about the impact that they're having on me. It's very similar. It's like if Stray Kids is blue, then XIKERS is red, blood red. Yeah, I like it. I feel like I said, the song still has a few more listens before it really grows on me to its ultimate potential. But I definitely like it. It's definitely memorable. It's definitely impactful. It's definitely a song that I'm going to be listening to. But it's definitely not the best they've gotten. I still feel like Geek was better. It just felt like a more polished and kind of complete kind of song. And again, that's because I feel like due to the nature of like how the music video is structured, there's kind of interruptions in the song that are probably not actually interruptions in the actual song. So once I listen to the actual song, it's probably not gonna feel as like disjointed, but still, I think it's really good, but there's definitely some room for growth. And honestly, that's kind of how I felt about 80s' first couple of songs, even though I got into them with Say My Name. When I checked out previous songs with like Treasure and Pirate King, I think it was, you could still like see how there was some room for growth, even though they were like amazing right off the bat. It's the same case with XIKERS. They're already really good, but there's definitely some room for like growth and polishing up, and that's also true for this song. But yeah, I ultimately definitely like it quite a lot. And in terms of a rating, I am honestly gonna go with a 9.7 out of 10. When it comes to like the actual descriptor for the quality of the song, that's what the song, I feel like it's gonna end up being at its best. But I'm honestly kind of ultimately gonna give it a 10 out of 10 because it kind of blew me away. It's kind of impactful. It kind of managed to surprise me. So it was a great experience listening to this song for the first time, and I guess I'm gonna talk about it more after a while for the next comeback. Like, we'll see how this song and the album, once I get into it, has aged. So yeah, what did you guys think about this debut by 80s' brother group XIKERS? Comment thoughts down below and let's have a discussion about this. And also, before we end this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to my currently 4 patrons on Patreon: Omar Bridgman, Deadpool, Corby Dead, and Andrew. Thank you guys for your support. I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me. You have decided to support me. You have continued to support me for such a long time. Hope you continue to enjoy my content and continue to support me going forward. Thank you very much. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, please leave a like, subscribe. Also, check out the description to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you haven't enjoyed my stories or simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to my Patreon or to my Coffee account where you can pledge your support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do any of that, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy. And I think it's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!